So we had talked about earlier the weak schedule of Texas A&M coming into this game. Of course, rightfully so. They are a top 5 team, talented team, top to bottom. The Moffitt effect, everything. But we talked about their strength of schedule. So I went to go see Marcel Reed's stats versus their only opponent that's been ranked in the top 25. They've only played one team that is ranked in the top 25 or that has been ranked in the top 25 this season at some point, and that is Notre Dame. Of course, great victory. Marcel Reed made the plays at the end of the game, but I wanted to see his passing stats. Now, he threw for 360 yards, hit some big plays at average of 9.7 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception, but completion percentage, 17 of 37, which is just over 45% completion rate. So in this day in college football, 45, anything below like 55 is not good. Like back in the old school way of playing, if you're above 50%, that's a good day at the office. But in this world, 45% is a poor completion percentage. Now, he got the victory, made the plays that matter, but what is one of the strengths of this LSU team? I would say the strength of this LSU team are secondary.
Yeah.
They eat.
Yeah.
They're good individually, their individual matchups. So there's opportunities here. Marcel Reed has improved in his passing game since last year. But just looking at the best opponents they've faced, the only ranked opponent they faced had a below 50% completion percentage. They hit some big plays. That's why he had 360 total yards passing. But I think this will be by far the best secondary he has faced. So let's get that Death Valley mojo. Let's get it rocking. I know we're not where we want to be. The expectation for this team was far greater, exceeds far more than what the production has seen at this point of the year. But we got an opportunity to turn it around, and it all starts with each and every one of the fans going out to Tiger Stadium, being loud, creating the advantage for our defense. Let's feed the strength of our team, which is the defense. That's secondary. Yeah. Make it hard to communicate, and let's see if that defense can go create some turnovers.
Someone asked me about his rushing totals this year. He has 51 carries, 241 yards. Now, you got to remember the sack yards are taken away from that. So, as far as what he's gained, it's going to be a greater number than that, but it's 4.7. So, still having success on the ground as well. But to match point, 61% completion percentage. And it's wild because, 15 years ago, that was great.
61, are we kidding me?
But now, it's like you want it closer to 70, and it was in that Notre Dame game, 45.9%. And, you look at the next game, didn't throw the ball as much, only 22 times against the Auburn secondary. Against Mississippi State, 13 of 23, only completed 56% of his passes. Now, in a game like this, Matt, knowing that you do have some really good defensive backs, they haven't really been tested. Again, everything has kind of been made against LSU through the air. And a lot of times it's been the tight end position. It's been more linebackers in coverage. So with that being said, knowing your skill set, knowing they've got really good receivers as well. I want to make sure I give them their flowers. Those two guys are really good. Would you expect LSU to be more aggressive? Would you expect them to, they played quarters in this game against Vanderbilt. Would you expect to see cover one? What do you expect? What would you do if you knew that was your matchup?
I would isolate Mansour, isolate him one-on-one, and then play. So a lot of teams right now, I see a lot of times they will play a normal shell coverage to the second receiver and in, and they'll man-to-man the outside guy. So they'll play quarters, and it creates a numbers advantage for the second, the third, the backside receiver, the running back. So you can do that. But I think the big thing is just being versatile and being disciplined in your assignments, because Blake Baker's going to be aggressive. That's who he is. At the soul of everything.
Last game, cover one, I would say almost half the time.
Yeah.
He had some 3 quarters in there for sure.
He wants to create confusion. He wants to create in Tiger Stadium too. Wants to create chaos because it's going to be loud, and so you hit all the 5 senses, right? So you got you smell the alcohol, okay? As a quarterback, you hear everything, and then what you want to be seeing, you want to see confusion.
Yeah,
when you have all that noise happening and you got people walking around.
Are you eating grass too?
You're eating grass and you're feeling it. You're feeling getting hit. You're feeling the intensity, the sound waves. But Blake Baker wants to be aggressive and control. But we have to be disciplined in our assignments. Our edge rushers, and when you blitz and have a free look at the quarterback, which is going to come because of the confusion that Blake Baker's defense can create, confusion, you'll get a free corner blitzing.
Yeah.
You got to be more disciplined in your rush assignment. You got to go to the upfield shoulder, not the downfield shoulder. Like you have to go. You have to anticipate him trying to get outside of you.
Yeah.
And we lost contain too many times this past week, and of course it was bad. Diego Pavia made plays, but it's good teaching tape.
Yeah,
it's great teaching tape.
You got to learn from it.
You have to learn from it. So can they apply what they're seeing from their mistakes? Can they apply it this week? Do I think Marcel Reed is the overall player that Diego Pavia is? They're different, but a little bit similar as well. I think Marcel's got a little bit more of a burst.
Yeah. Diego's got more of a chaotic energy and a good way. Like
chaotic
I can thrive
energy.
in chaos. Yeah.
I thrive in chaos. Like, doesn't matter what's happening around me. I'm going to find a way to make a play, and things are just going to happen around me because the guys are doing their assignment. So, I mean, can LSU's defense have a big game? Absolutely. Absolutely. I think they can, but they got to fix some things. They got to be more disciplined. Harold Perkins, when he's in pass coverage, cannot leave his pass coverage assignment to go chase down a quarterback.
Yeah.
I don't like seeing the double spies.
Yeah.
Like we're a lot of times that we're seeing two spies on the quarterback.
Yeah.
I don't like to see that because you got either one less person in pass rushing or one less person in pass coverage. Sure, is it warranted every now and then? Yeah, you can confuse some people, but I think we're seeing it a little too much. I'd like to see just one guy spy. So you have to create numbers advantage. You got to get to the quarterback. But I mean, it's got a good opportunity. This is going to be, I believe, I would think that this is their quarterback's toughest challenge. I know Notre Dame's got a good defense. I know Notre Dame's a good team-ish kind of